Well, good morning, everybody. I really appreciate you taking the time today to join us here for the property updates for August 2016 with Clear Sky Capital. I'm going to be walking through the offering memorandum deals that we've done in the past, for the past couple of years, starting all the way back from Timberline Place with the Arizona Realty Fund. But before I get into the updates in regards to our funds, what I wanted to do is I wanted to introduce to you the newest member of the Clear Sky Capital team. And I'm going to put up his contact information here. His name is Sal Ismail, and Sal joins us with a tremendous amount of sales experience, and he's an extremely knowledgeable guy. You'll really enjoy working with Sal. He's going to be basically working alongside myself and Jatinder. He's the Regional VP of Business Development with Clear Sky, and we're definitely lucky to have him join our team here. So I'm looking forward to introducing Sal to everybody across our dealership network. So Sal's going to be working with every one of the reps clear from Victoria all the way out to Halifax. So looking forward to having Sal a part of our team, and feel free to reach out to Sal if you have any questions. He will be part of the answer committee, I should say, in regards to getting your questions answered and helping you do the marketing and sales and seminars and dinners and all those things as well too. So I look forward to having Sal part of our team, and thank you, Sal, for joining us here this morning. So we are going to walk through, like I mentioned, the deals that we've done all the way dating back to 2013, and that includes the Clear Sky Capital Arizona Realty Fund. So the Clear Sky Capital Arizona Realty Fund acquired Timberline Place back in January of 2014, and we acquired that property for a purchase price of $11.825 million. Now, I have with us as well too, from our Arizona office, Alan Glidewell, who takes care of the project management of each of the Clear Sky Capital deals that we're going to be talking about today. And also we have Michael Wong as well too, who also handles a lot of the day-to-day activities in regards to the financial side of each one of these deals as well too. So Mike knows the numbers inside and out. He helps prepare all the quarterly e-newsletters that goes out to the investors and to you reps as well. So I really appreciate Alan and Mike joining us here today. So as far as giving us an update, I'm gonna kind of do a bit of a Q&A with Alan and Mike here. What are a couple of the highlights you can give us here, Alan and Mike, in regards to where Timberline Place sits today as far as occupancy and just where it's trending here right now?
So Timberline's been doing great. It's maintained pretty high occupancy and lease rates the whole period we've owned it, but right now it's at 98% occupied and 100% leased. Revenue and bottom line NOI growth has also been very strong since our takeover. Revenue's grown about a little bit over 16% over that time, with NOI being almost 20% growth over that period as well.
Excellent, excellent. Alan, is there? And that was Michael Wong there. Alan, is there any thoughts that you have in regards to where the property is going from just a project management standpoint?
Yeah, I expect from here on out the rest of 2016 to be very strong in income. We're currently collecting probably 6% growth year over year this year on our income, and expect probably another finish the year at probably 10% revenue growth with rent increases. We have an HOA that runs the common area there at the project, and they've currently resurfaced the swimming pool, and we have some resort-style pool furniture being delivered there for beginning of next year. So we're excited about those improvements.
Excellent. Excellent. And now dating back to December of last year, that was the most recent appraisal that we had on the Timberline Place property, and it was up about 16.33% over that past 12 months. We're about kind of 8 months into this year, and I think we're expecting to see a healthy increase in regards to the value of Timberline Place. I know the reps on the call are going to be asking, the big question is, when are we going to sell? and it's hard to really kind of model that right now. But would it be fair to say, kind of, Mike, we're looking probably at between the legacy at Prescott Lakes as well as Timberline Place, we're probably going to be looking to kind of model what it's going to look like here coming in spring of next year. Just going to see what that looks like. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, that's fair to say. We'll take a look at where our income growth is at, or NOI is at that point, and where the markets have to see if it's a worthwhile time to consider selling.
Excellent. Good. Well, just keep moving at a good pace here. We're going to shift over to the Sunbelt Strategies Fund. Now, the Sunbelt Strategies Fund acquired the Legacy at Prescott Lakes, Class A property there located in Prescott, Arizona. We acquired that for $16.472 million back in April of 2014. And right now, where does I know we had seen some good rent increases and things going on there, Alan and Mike. Why don't you just give us an update in regards to the revenue, the net operating income, and just kind of where we're at with that renovation program?
Okay. Well, just getting to the occupancy, the property has maintained very high occupancy all year, which has been great for pushing rents and also on the renovations that we're doing out there. Currently, we're sitting at 98% occupied and leased. We've had tremendous growth this year, mainly due to rental increases and the renovations that we're doing monthly. We've completed 65 units since March of last year, which was when we started the interior renovations, and we're seeing increases of approximately 26% on prior rents to our new renovated rents.
Excellent. And from a revenue side there, Mike, where are we sitting there?
So since takeover, this has been by far the highest revenue growth we've had at any of our properties, but since the 2 months ending in June 2014 compared to this last quarter, revenue is up almost 41%, and expenses have stayed the same, so NOI has grown almost 90%.
Wow, excellent. Yeah, so just to reiterate, so our revenue is up about 41, our net operating income is about 90. Would it be fair to say, so we bought the property at about $108,000 per unit, and I know we were chatting about this a little yesterday. Would it be fair to say that the average unit value right now is somewhere between $150,000 to $160,000 today?
Yeah, based on a cap rate analysis of what we think is out there in the market, probably around a 6.25 cap, and based on our NOI, that's probably fair to say.
Excellent. Good. That's great. Well, we'll look forward to some questions on that kind of near the end of the presentation here as well too. But I want to keep moving along here as well. We're going to talk about Parkside Apartments, which was an accredited offering that we did. And Parkside is located in Tempe, Arizona. Where are we sitting at with Parkside today? I know one of the questions that the reps keep asking me is, when are we looking to finally sell this thing? Are we looking kind of a month out, or 6 weeks, or 2 months? What's the outlook look like for it getting listed?
Okay, so last week we had our photo shoot at the property for all the exterior improvements and interior renovations that we've done. We're in the process of finalizing the offering memorandum, just making sure that all of the appropriate information is in the offering memorandum, and we expect to probably finalize the OM and listing agreement this week, and possibly hit the market this week with a call for offer date around mid-September.
Excellent. So we're going to be listed here by early next week, kind of at the latest, is what you're looking at.
Correct.
Excellent. Great. Good. So we've updated. How many units have we updated there, Alan? And what is the kind of rent increase versus the original rents?
So we've updated 48 units out of 100. The last 2 units that we renovated, we increased the scope up a little bit higher. We're able to increase those rents quite a bit over our prior renovation rent, possibly to help get a compressed cap rate, moving that to the new owner.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I think those rents we were up from prior rent on the new scope about 33% on the rent increase.
Perfect. Good. 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 Excellent. So if we were to list it now and we would go through the call for offers, would it be fair to say that the deal would probably be closed, if everything moved kind of fairly smoothly, be closed right around before the end of the year?
Yeah, if they don't do any extensions, or if nothing, nothing comes up during due diligence or during the escrow period, that'd probably be fair to say by the end of the year. If not, very beginning of the first quarter, if there's any extensions.
Perfect. Good. Good. That's excellent to know. Yeah, we've been looking forward to putting that up for sale for a while here now, so that's excellent news. So moving along, we're going to talk about the Strategic Asset Fund Series 1, which is the Silverado property that we acquired in January of 2015, located in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The reason why we focus on this property quite a bit is because it just finished the renovation program, and it closely mirrors what we're looking to do at the Sun Creek deal, which is currently out for offering right now for the reps to sell. So, Alan, if you want to give us just a few updates, I'll kind of scroll through the pictures there, but if you want to just kind of give us an update in regards to what's gone on at the property. Some of the pictures are going to be before pictures, and some are going to be after, of the clubhouse and pool area there as well too, as we kind of go along. But what would be the update that you have for us, Alan and Mike?
Okay, so around I guess this time last year, we started looking, probably started in the first quarter of last year, looking at drawings on redoing the clubhouse and leasing center was part of our CapEx plan there. In addition to that, we've been doing unit interior renovations that also started around the first quarter of 2015. We're happy to say that we're fully completed with the office and clubhouse renovation. That was a kind of ground up remodel because of the function, the look and the function of the existing clubhouse. So a complete remodel, all new furniture, furnishings, expansion of the fitness room that you see there, new equipment. We've done an exterior repaint, also replaced all of the property signage, and you can't see in this picture here, but we've also remodeled all the front entry landscaping and are currently doing some other select areas throughout the property. A complete renovation of the pool area, pool furniture. Both pools have been resurfaced and the deck extended. And on the interior renovations, we're doing a full renovation with new cabinet fronts, black appliance packages, faux wood vinyl flooring, all new lighting and faucets. On Silverado, we're seeing an increase of approximately $100 per unit on our renovations.
Excellent. Good. Good. That's good. So what you would say is we're pretty much on track in regards to that problem. Where are we at as far as the percentage leased right now there, Mike?
We're about 98% leased right there, right now.
Excellent. Excellent. Good. Good. And the number of units, so I'm just getting an echo from somebody there. The number of units that we've upgraded?
43.
Great. Great. So keep moving along. If actually, Mike, if you guys just want to mute yours for a second, I'm getting a little bit of feedback.
Okay.
Perfect. So what we'll do is we'll keep moving along. We're going to move over to the Villas at Helen of Troy, which is the Strategic Asset Fund Series 2. I had the pleasure of driving down by that property here just a couple months ago, which is about 3 months after we acquired the property. And the hospital nearby is making tremendous strides. It looks like it's parts of it might even already be open now, which is kind of a part of the play to this deal. But we struggled in January with right when we acquired it. We knew that we were walking into a bit of a occupancy issue where their occupancy was quite low, and so we were kind of battling to get that back up. Mike and Alan, where are we at with regards to the the distribution? Where are we at, kind of the comparison, the distribution between Q1 and Q2, as well as the occupancy and lease rate at the property? Because I know that was a bit of a challenge.
So currently, right now, the property's full. We're 100% occupied, 100% leased. The last 30 days of occupancy have been very strong, and we're no longer offering any kind of incentives. We expect that this property for the last few months and going forward to outperform our expectations. The sub-market average in occupancy right now is about 88%. Some of our comps are at 90, and we're full. So we're in a great position. We made some slight improvements to the property. We replaced the flooring in the fitness center and purchased all new resort-style furniture and day beds for the pool deck area, and it's been really well received by the residents. We also made some landscape improvements, so got some happy residents there, and we've got a full building.
Excellent. That's great news. Mike, in regards to the distributions there, I know in Q1 our distribution was kind of right around a 4% annualized return. I know, keep in mind, it wasn't even quite a full quarter. But where are things trending right now with regards to Villas at Helen of Troy?
So this last quarter per unit is going to be about per thousand should be about 12.37. So getting closer to the 5% average there.
Excellent. So I think it was about a 28% increase from Q1 to Q2. I think in regards to the distribution. So seems to be trending in the right direction.
Yep.
Excellent. Good. So yeah, with concessions eliminated, with occupancy being at 100% and our lease rate at 100% as well too, that's definitely going to help our income at the property there. So that's really great news. Moving on to the Casas de Soledad Apartments, which is the Strategic Asset Fund Series 3. That is the property that we just recently acquired in February. And finished closing out. That one closed out in almost record time as far as the capital raise. So where are we at in regards to occupancy there? I knew it was fairly strong, but where and it's just been a short period of time so far, Mike and Alan. But are there any comments that you guys have in regards to management or where the property's heading?
The property's doing great right now. We're 98% occupied, almost 100% leased. It's a great property. We're getting some small premiums, flooring premiums, about $30 for any units that we have to put new flooring in. But the occupancy and rent growth has been pretty steady over the last 45 days.
Excellent. Good. Well, we'll keep our eyes on that property there for now, and we're just in it for a quarter and a half here, so it's good news so far. That's excellent. Moving on to the Sun Creek Village. So that's where the property that we're currently offering right now, and we've talked a little bit about the parallels between the Sun Creek Village apartments and Silverado. We walked into this, and I know when we negotiated the purchase price on this property, we were sitting at 91% occupancy at that time. Where do we sit as far as occupancy right now here in August, Mike and Alan?
They're 96% occupied right now, 97% leased. You know, they only have a few vacancies there at the property, and it's gone very well. The last couple months occupancy has been up in the upper 90s, which is better than what they you know, were doing previously. So we're excited about their occupancy and their rental income right now.
As far as the project itself, because I know we had set aside a $715,000 budget, which is approximately half the budget for Silverado. I know there was a number of kind of priorities. What's going to top on your priority list for getting things done with the renovations at Sun Creek so far here, Alan?
Yeah, so there's a percentage of that needs to go into the aesthetics, you know, of the property. You know, we'll be planning exterior repaint in the spring of 2017. So we're working on our color schemes and design now to get that in place. But we'll get some cold weather where we won't be able to paint this this coming fall and winter. Both of the pools are going to get resurfaced and remodeled, and new pool furniture for the front pool. We expect the actual work on the pool to happen in the fourth quarter when the pool companies kind of slow down for winter. On the interiors, we're going to do a similar interior renovation that we've done at Silverado. We're expecting about the same results with a $100 premium there. And prior ownership was offering concessions and renewal concessions for their move-ins and renewals. We've eliminated that, so we expect to recoup that in rent growth as well.
Excellent. Good. That's really great. So I think the first distribution for the Strategic Asset Fund Series 4 is going to be coming out after Q3. So even though we acquired the property on June 17th of this year, we're going to be sending out the distribution, the first distribution for this, after the third quarter. And it will be cash flow positive right from Q1. Not sure exactly what that's going to look like because we still have to go through Q3 here. But I wanted to just remind the reps that are on the line here that the property was built in '85. It's in the most desired residential submarket in Albuquerque there. It is 267 total units, which is a little bit bigger than the Silverado. And I've been down and seen the property and toured it, and the comment back from the property manager at Sun Creek was that they're in probably one of the most desirable neighborhoods, even inside the Northeast Heights area, and a little bit maybe even slightly more favorable than where Silverado's sitting right now. Is that correct there, Alan?
Yeah, absolutely, and we expect this one to just come right out of the gate like it is now, with you know, higher performance than probably we expected, especially with their occupancy being this high. Yeah, it's a great location. A little facelift to the exterior and doing some unit interior improvements which should pay off pretty well.
Good. That's perfect. Good. So just a reminder for those reps that are online, we're getting closer to the end of August, and August 26th is the deadline for the $9 unit price on Sun Creek Village. So if you want to get your investors in, get them in before August 26th. We do accept paperwork for about a week after that date, but you do need to get in at that time. Right within the week and a half, I think, before, on the Las Cruces deal that we had, we raised, I think 75% of the capital in the last 10 days or so for that deal. It was an incredible flurry that came in of capital for that deal. So if you have the opportunity to get your paperwork in here early, again, if we're doing any closings prior to that date, you do get a prorated amount of distribution in Q1, and the Q1 so far is looking pretty good. I think it's probably fair to say we should have a fairly healthy Q1 distribution coming up for this one, Mike. Is that pretty fair?
Yeah. We don't see any hiccups coming up in performance of the property, so expect it to be in line with what we expected.
Excellent. Good. Perfect. Well, that is the overall kind of presentation I wanted to give everybody here and the updates in regards to the properties. What I did want to do as well too, and you can see Sal and Jatinder's emails up there and phone calls, phone numbers, I should say. So send them any questions that you might have. I will address just a couple of the questions that we have here on the screen here for, right now. I'm just going to pause my screen while I take these questions. So we had one question that was, what will the list price be for Parkside? So just explain that a little bit, Alan, Mike. How does that work with regards to Parkside and the list? Is there going to be a set list price up front?
There won't be. So, you know, the strategy here in this market is to put an unlisted price, put a bid date, a due date for everybody's bids. They get with the brokers, they go out, tour, look through financials, everything that the broker provides in O&M. And then let's say, you know, September 15th is our call for offers date. We review all the offers. At that point, we'll probably call for a best and final, which is usually 7 days. Give the potential buyer 7 days to come up with their best and final price, resubmit, and then we usually pick a buyer.
Excellent. Good, good. Hopefully that helps answer that question there. We're going to be sending updates in regards to every one of these offerings out to investors as well as to you, the reps, here coming up. One thing that was requested here on the call here and the questions as well is, can you guys get a summary in regards to the highlights of this call? And that's something that we can get sent out to you right away. In fact, I'll have Jatinder prepare that here even now to make sure that we get it into your hands so that you can have a summary of all these different details. And I just received that comment twice, so we'll make sure we get that out to you there as well too. If there's any further questions specifically, just feel free to let us know. We will look forward to answering those for you. I can end it off here just for the sake of time, but we'll keep it short and sweet. And if you have any further questions, feel free to contact myself, contact Jatinder or Sal in regards to your questions. And really appreciate Alan and Mike for you to join us from down there in Phoenix. I know it was a little bit earlier here for you, so we certainly appreciate that. So thank you guys very much.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
All right, perfect. Well, we'll end the call here. Thank you all. Take care.